state, whatever. He said he's gonna go visit Smiles. Smiles, huh?
You got 8 minutes.
Well, Smiles said, I don't want your bitch ass to come and visit me. But the day before, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go visit Smiles, that's my boy right there, this and that. But Smiles the next day said he doesn't want your bitch ass to come and visit him. And the next day, this was like, well, I don't give a fuck, Smiles ain't the homie. But yesterday, you said you can go visit him. You know what I mean, homie? So, check this fool out. He said he got stabbed. He said he's gonna do 15 years in prison, but he's still walking and shit. He said he's a blood, but he was living in a house full of Crips, and the Crips said that he never even claimed that blood shit over there. He said he had Joker Gonzalez's baby, but she had a baby from some fool from 18th Street. And he told me he went up to that fool from 18th Street and said, fuck 18. But the fool from 18th Street told me he never saw you. You know what I mean? And you claim to be slanging crystal and all this bullshit, but you don't got a car. How the fuck you gonna be a slanger if you don't got a car? So this is where it comes down to, homie. This is where it comes down to. You know what I mean? This fool said he's gonna meet me like 4 times and shit, right? But when he texted me, he said he don't even got a ride. How the fuck you gonna expect to meet me up all those times if you don't got a ride in the end? You never had a car and you never met me up. You know what I'm saying? So this fool said he's gonna meet me on 11th and Spear. You know what I mean? And fucking, you know, his homies were there and shit too. His blood homies. And he texted me and he said, hey dog, if I'm not there by 12 o'clock at midnight, I'm a bitch. And at 6 o'clock, he said, I'm getting out the house right now to come meet you up. It doesn't take 6 hours to meet someone up. So he comes and shit, and he doesn't come, my bad. He texts me, he's like, if I don't come right there, I'm a bitch and I'm gonna bow down to you. Two hours later, this will text me. He's like, you know what? You winked. I don't give a fuck no more. This and that. Basically, remember when he said he's gonna bow down to me, and if he didn't come, well, he didn't come. I have the text messages. It will be on my video. Yo, bitch. You never banged, fool. You never put in work. Just because you're tatted up, don't mean you're a G. You know what I mean? I'll get a tattoo all across my fucking forehead if I want to. And shit, you ain't no G. You know what I mean? So, how many we at? How many minutes?
10 minutes.
Alright, we'll keep it going. This is gonna be the part 2 right here.
Alright.
And then I remember, hold on. Let's spark up another one and shit. You bitch ass fucking lames. You don't smoke? Alright.
Nah.
And then this fool, remember when he said he went after Euro, right? Supposedly.
Yeah.
And then this fool's in there and shit, teaming up with Euro, calling him his homie, his fam. They talk to each other now. Now, I know if a motherfucker like Euro says he's been locked up. Come closer, they can't even hear me. You know what I mean? Not that fucking close, fool. And then he says he's been 10 years in prison or something. That for Euro. I've never been. I mean, I've done my time, homie. Come on, East Lake, Juvie, Miller Camp, Challenger Camp. You know what I mean? YA, LA County, 9500 Southsider Zone. You know what I mean? Twin Towers. And I've never met a motherfucker who's done time and says sorry and apologizes to another person and shit. How the fuck you gonna cuss each other out? Cuss each other's lives out and then be homies with each other? Nah. You know what I mean? His own cousin, King Chose. I don't really know his real name and shit, but you know King Chose. King Chose and shit. Your own cousin said you're a bitch. Your own cousin said you're a bitch and you're a lying ass fool. You know what I mean? I don't want to give out 2 names because I don't want to instigate and shit. Call me this, Gator. Call me whatever the fuck you want. But even your own people say you a straight bitch. You know what I mean? You say you live in 44th and La Pan and shit. Where the fuck you at? You know what I mean? If you were really down for your shit, if you were really down and if you had a grudge against me, you would have came and handled me. All these people on Moco Space saying they gon' fuck with me, this and that. I've never had anybody fucking hit me up. If anything, if I spot them on the street and shit, the first thing I do is hit them up and they run because they know it's me. You know what I mean? I don't do it this Colorado way. I don't do it all like all this bullshit over here. I mean, I do it the way I fucking do it and shit. But, you know what I mean? And then, let me talk about this another bitch ass fool called 4 Lucio 4, aka David, claiming Northside Mafia. Number one, you know what I mean? I remember when I used to beef with this bitch ass. So I even went to his fucking pad. Ask Dulce, homie. I went to your fucking pad and shit, you didn't show up. Zunai and 31st, right by that high school and shit. I even hit up fools in your neighborhood. They said they don't know a David. I said, you know Lucio? They go, nah. If you said you're really in your hood and shit, then you should be out here. Now me, look, why am I on local space? This ain't my fucking neighborhood. Number one, it ain't my city. I don't know anybody here. What do you expect me to bang and shit? You know what I mean? So on my free time, I just go on local space, homie. But fucking Lucio and shit was trying to get our Joker, Massive's lady and shit. You know what I mean? I swear to God, homie. He was trying to get at her, and he even gave me his fucking number. He gave me Lucio's number. He's like, let's go fuck him up. That's how I got your number, fucking Lucio. That's how I got your number and shit. You know what I mean? Your boy Massive gave it to me. Oh no. So this fool fucking kissing ass and shit, all this shit. And then there's some fool called Chevy Ryder. He had told me that he went up to him and he slapped him. But Chevy Ryder said he never seen you. You know what I mean? And he said he slapped Joker and her fucking homegirl, Miss Blaze or whatever. But they said that you were crying like a little bitch saying you want Joker back. That's what I don't understand. You know what I mean? So, basically, this fool Massive's a bitch. He's always gonna be a bitch, and so is 90% of Moco Space. Like that for Shady.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Mitch, doing the Shady style, Holmes. Shady style. This bitch ass white boy and shit. He had told me that he met me up on 6th and Peoria, but he was never there. I went to the King Supers on Mississippi and I think Havana. Mississippi and Havana. There's a fucking King Supers and a Good Times right there. We're posted in that fucking King Supers. You never came through. You said your lady fucking was on the computer and shit while you were over there, but you were never there. And he said on his fucking daughter and shit, he's gonna come and handle me. He called me private and shit, and he's like, this is Shady, cuz I'm gonna come get you. But he never hit me up to meet me up and shit. You know what the fuck is up? The fuck is up with that shit? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really don't know. Like that bitch Melissa 303. I'm talking to you, bitch. This bitch ass hood rat had seen me at King Supers, and prior to that, this bitch called me a rat, and I look like a chihuahua, and all this shit. She seen me at King Supers a good 3 times and shit. And you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. If you're a bitch, you got a loud mouth, then you're gonna be handled like a fucking man. You saw me 3 times. Why didn't you fucking say anything? After that, you fucking wanted to fucking fuck with me and shit. Wanted to get down with me. All you fucking little bitches fucking come at me and shit. I'll have a history with me.